While you have been negotiating whether a declaration against the use of explosive weapons on civilians should be made, 11,076 people have fallen victims to these weapons. And these numbers are just for the last year. Not long ago, I could have been one of these people. I'm Najeen Mustafa, 23 years old, from Aleppo, Syria. My life before the war was not perfect, but I had found a way to make it work for me. I did not view my disability as a disadvantage until the war started. And then I realized that unlike other people, I could not run away and hide. I could not go down to a shelter if we needed to evacuate. And if we are being honest, nobody thinks about people like me. People who can't or have nowhere to hide, who have no means of protecting themselves or escaping a situation that endangers their lives. As Aleppo was being bombed, I was terrified, but I tried very hard not to panic because I knew that there was nothing anyone in my family could do to make the situation better. So I tried to stay strong for everyone. As the sound of the bombing grew louder and louder, I raised the volume on the television higher and higher. I became very jumpy at the slightest noise. I am in a safe country now, doing much better, but the feelings I experienced at the time, the feeling of dread that things are going to go from bad to worse, is something that I will never forget. And it breaks my heart that people in the Ukraine and around the world are still experiencing those feelings. Throughout history, decision makers, diplomats, generals, heads of state have discussed world problems while sitting at a table, exchanging pleasantries, and having a nice cup of coffee. They never felt the urgency of the situation because they have time. But people trapped in a conflict zone do not. Today, you have the possibility to change a terrible situation and protect civilians living in conflicted areas. I call upon you to stop bombing towns and cities. I call upon you to support victims and survivors. I call upon you to support everyone who has had to flee because their homes have been bombed. You have the power and solutions, but you need to recognize this as a priority. The victims of these conflicts cannot wait any longer. I have faith that this conference will end in a declaration. And I hope that nobody will ever again have the same experience as mine. Thank you.